Hello guys, NautoAisDx here. And basically, you know what, I'm surprised it's already 2017 and I kinda probably want to do it, but I'm surprised I didn't do it. And what is it? Basically, my top 5 games as best of 2016 and some disappointed of 2016. So I'll probably think about doing it, maybe in a future vlog, who knows. But there is one thing I want to talk about. There's this interesting analysis that's happening, or like it kind of relates, so hear me out. So basically, first of all, I'm going to talk about one of the disappointing things 2016 that kind of saddens me was Star Fox Zero. Yes, a game, the latest version of Star Fox, supposed to be a retold story of Star Fox 64, which is basically a retold story of Star Fox 1. Star Fox, it's a good franchise. I did play it. I played Star Fox 1 from the Super Nintendo with the FX chip feature. Game was hard. Then I played Resident Evil. Excuse me, I was doing another vlog. Star Fox 64, definitely one of the best games, my all-time favorite. And then there was Star Fox Assault. Okay, maybe. Didn't really make sense. And then Star Fox DS Command. The idea of using a stylus on a Star Fox game was really awful. I cannot even play that game. $30 down the drain. And then Star Fox Zero. Why is it a disappointment? Well, this is the time when Nintendo was struggling with the Wii U, and Iwata basically wanted developers to make a game that utilized the game Wii Pad, like really utilize it. And unfortunately, Miyamoto, he was given a task with that with Star Fox Zero. So sad to say that you are required to use a gamepad and you are required to use the second screen like you were forced, which is kind of suck. And to some extent, you have to use the gamepad to move your target reticles. So it's not like Star Fox 64. A game is freaking hard. It's hard to control because the controls are not that good. I mean, Miyamoto trying to defend it by saying, come on, people give it a chance. I'm like, dude, Miyamoto, it's so hard. Like, I was even telling Nintendo, hey, Nintendo, make an update to remove motion control in the gamepad. And they just said, oh, well, we're done with Star Fox Zero. So screw you, Nintendo. And the game was really not that good. It's not bad, but it's not good either. And the game's gonna probably give you hand cramp because again, forced to use the gamepad, Wii U gamepad is really hard. And another stupid thing is the voice. You can only hear it from the gamepad rather than the TV, which is again kind of stupid. But I guess if I pump up the volume, it should be fine. But why? Why? I don't get that. And then there's a co-op mode, but it's really a co-pilot. And from what I heard, player 1 controls the ship and player 2 controls the shooting. Okay, whatever. Never tried it. But it's freaking ridiculous. So that's why I'm disappointed with the game. The graphics are good, 60 frames. Story-wise, it's another improvement. It's a better, I guess, a reboot of the first of Star Fox 64. But the controls were just bad. I'm sorry to say. Star Fox game, I love the series, but oh my god, it's horrible. It's just horrible. And again, why? Because they wanted to utilize the gamepad, because it was the time they said, well, we gotta fix it, we gotta do something with the gamepad, because you have this tablet, doesn't really utilize, you're supposed to have the second screen experience, and it just sucked. But during E3, when they talk about Star Fox Zero, Miyamoto also introduced 2 project games that's going to be a game in the long run. They are Project Guard and Project Robot. Project Guard is basically a tower defense, and basically you have to look at the screen. You got to look at your map on the gamepad. You got to look at the screen to see with the robots, and then you got to shoot them. Simple enough. But again, it forces you to use the gamepad. You gotta look at the gamepad, you gotta look at the screen, you gotta adjust the camera to aim. Again, it's your average tower defense. That's what doesn't really cost high. Not a bad game, again, but well, it's tower defense. If you like that, there you go. The other game and this is what's kind of disappointing also, besides Star Fox Zero, is Project Robot. And it's basically, well, robot. That's what it is. You're a robot, you're controlling a robot, but the way you do it is, again, using the gamepad, and you have to use motion control. And the reason is, according to Miyamoto, it was supposed to simulate how you control a robot with the control stick, joystick, whatever you call it. Basically trying to operate a mecha robot. You know, if you watch Mech Warrior, Battletech, Pacific Rim, something like that, you know how to control a robot. You gotta move forward, back, like a tank. So that's basically what the simulation is. You have to do motion with Project Robot. And the rumor was that both Project Guard and Project Robot was going to be part of the Star Fox series set in the same universe. Well, half is true, and that is Star Fox. Well, Project Guard became Star Fox Guard. Yes, that's what it was, and basically a spin-off to Star Fox Zero, and your objective is tower defense. That's really it. And the rumor was Project Guard was going to be the same thing, and it's going to be part of Star Fox Zero. I mean, the reason why I said half true is it was just announced by Nintendo. Sad to say, I get to some extent, but it's no surprise. Project Guard is canceled. Yes, the official from Nintendo that they're not doing anymore with Star Fox, or, well, you get idea. Project Guard or Project Robot, that's what I'm saying. I'm like confused. Project Robot is it's canceled because, again, it was basically meant for the Wii U. It wasn't really meant for any console, so it wouldn't really make sense putting it on the Switch. And originally was supposed to be like an additional game to Star Fox for the Star Fox franchise, but they needed more time. But after what I get, they just said, "Hey, look, it's not working, and we don't know how to put this on the Switch. We're just canceling it." So yeah, Project Robot is canceled. Am I disappointed? Well, maybe a bit, because I'm interested how they're going to utilize this or integrate it with Star Fox franchise. But again, it's gone. And they kind of did this before in the Wii with Project Hammer. And Project Hammer, basically a game, you're a guy with, a hammer, and you use the Wii mode to, act like a hammer. That's basically it. That was also canceled. They said there was a reason. They said that the development was really bad. So they just canceled it. So same goes with Project Guard. A bit disappointed there, but I couldn't get it why that was canceled. So, I mean, it was the time then they were shoving in the gamepad experience. They wanted it, but it just failed. Because again, it was supposed to be a game that's part of the Star Fox franchise, and it's supposed to be for the Wii U. And of course, I think I mentioned this already in a previous video. If I did, my other videos, is that the Wii U's as officially as of February the 1st, they're done. There's no more Wii U in the factory. They're not manufacturing Wii U's anymore. They're done. They're shifting to Switch. And if you're trying to get a Wii U, you just need to buy a refurbished one in the Nintendo store, online store, Amazon, maybe GameStop probably have some. But yeah, Wii U is officially end. They're done. There's no more Wii U. They're ending it. They're not going to support it. So whatever happened to the Wii U games? Are they even going to do a Nintendo Select? That's going to be hard to say. I'm probably going to guess probably not, just like they did it with the Wii. Some of the games never went down in price, like Kirby Return to Dreamland, Xenoblade Chronicles, Metroid Trilogy. They never went down to a Nintendo Select. Are they going to do it with the Wii U's? There are a lot of games like Pokken, Mirage FE, Super Paper Mario. There's a lot to some extent, but who knows? Maybe they will do it, maybe not. Again, it'd be nice if the Switch has backwards compatibility, maybe an add-on hardware, but again, who knows? Different story. But again, back to my story. Yeah, it is unfortunate. Project Robot is canceled. Like, there isn't anymore. They're done with it. Not too sad. It's understandable, but I would really want to see what it's going to be. But, oh well. It is what it is. They're moving on to the Switch. The new game they have is ARMS. Maybe ARMS could be considered Project Guard or Project Robot, but supposed to be you're controlling a Pacific Rim type robot. I don't know. So with that, thanks for listening.